How to heal holistically from rheumatoid arthritis. Let's talk about it. This video is going to be packed with very useful information. Definitely save it for future reference and be sure to follow me for more. Okay, so the mainstream narrative of what RA is an inflammatory autoimmune condition in which your body mistakenly damages healthy cells. Okay, so my perspective as a naturopath who has helped many people heal from rheumatoid arthritis. Your body is simply acting in response to what is stagnant. Your body is not attacking itself. Remember that words have power, and your mentality is everything when it comes to actually healing your body. Not just treating it with pharmaceuticals, but actually healing. So when you remove that stagnation, okay, that lymphatic waste to those toxins, which we'll get into in a minute, your body will inevitably heal because everything reaches homeostasis. Your eliminative pathways can start functioning like they're supposed to, and then everything goes back to normal. This inflammation is lowered dramatically until eventually it pretty much vanishes. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get into some of those causative factors, those root causes, so to speak, and this is going to help to clear some of that confusion up for you. Number one, lymphatic stagnation. When acidic waste accumulates in the joints, this leads to inflammation and deformity. The lymphatic system is a whole video in and of itself, guys. There's so many ways in which the lymphatic system gets affected nowadays via food, via environmental toxins, mold exposure, and so on. There's just so much to discuss here. It would be impossible for me to discuss all of this in this certain video, but just know that with my own patients, we address the lymphatic system and proper detoxification of it is so important. Next, we have heavy metals, especially this guy right here, mercury. Heavy metals greatly impact immune regulation and joint tissue integrity. Now, how are we exposed to things like mercury, lead, and aluminum? Probably more than I can talk about on this platform. I was taken down at 86K, so I gotta be careful with what I say here. But just know that for many, not all, but many of my patients dealing with RA, we do address heavy metals for proper detoxification and for healing. There's also mold and mycotoxins which act as immune irritants. This promotes systemic inflammation, okay, more lymphatic stagnation as we spoke about previously, which inevitably leads to a more acidic environment. Acids are corrosive, the joints become achy, inflammation rises, and so on. There's also adrenal exhaustion, okay, the adrenals sit right here on top of the kidneys. When the adrenals are exhausted, this can lower anti-inflammatory cortisol. That then leads to increased joint pain. My dream as a naturopath, what my goal is for my patients is really to start to look at the human body as a whole. I think that's one of the biggest things that people tend to miss out on when it comes to Western medicine. They think, okay, I've been given some type of diagnosis. Let's say it has to do with the gut or the kidneys or the adrenals. And now I'm just going to put all my focus and effort in that one region. When in reality, your organs respond in a feedback loop. Okay, your body is connected. Everything is intertwined, right? If you're dealing with, let's say, constant UTIs, you don't just take herbs for UTIs, right? Why are you having constant UTIs? Probably because your kidneys are not functioning well. So you should probably be on a protocol for your kidneys. Your liver and your kidneys interact in a feedback loop. For many people that are dealing with UTIs, I also work on their liver, right? So this is something to really consider and think about when it comes to any condition. So when it comes to RA, I just mentioned a few of those causative factors, but there's more, right? There's kidney malfunction, liver overload, emotional trauma even, right? Emotional suppression. And everybody is different, right? Two people can have the same medical diagnosis, but they're not going to necessarily have the same healing protocol because everyone's body is different. Everyone's toxin exposure is different. Everyone's lifestyle is different. So everyone should be treated as an individual. I love herbal medicine for healing so much because it doesn't have the backlash that pharmaceuticals have, and these don't just suppress symptoms, they allow symptoms to come to the surface so that your body can actually heal, right? We're not treating symptoms, we're healing the body and leading to homeostasis, which then leads to inevitably getting rid of that diagnosis. So if you have adrenal fatigue, well, guess what? We can work on the adrenals. If you have kidney malfunction, then we'll work on getting those kidneys to start filtering again. If your lymphatic system is chronically ill, which it likely is, it definitely is if you're dealing with RA, then guess what? There's so much we can do for the lymphatic system to get it functioning again. And then the body heals itself. Your body is programmed to heal itself. If you are interested in working with me in healing your body, you can feel free to visit my website. I work with patients worldwide. It doesn't matter where you're located, we can get you on a healing protocol. There's also tons of testimonials on my website, so definitely be sure to check it out. Be sure to find me on this other platform, save this video for future reference, and definitely be sure to follow me for more ways to heal your own body holistically.